right now somewhere. He at the table with a bowl of Apple Jacks, and he's eating the back of the cereal, and in between eating the Apple Jacks, he's right.
The 2K Sports pregame show.
Ernie Johnson welcoming you to the NBA on 2K Sports. I'm here with Shaq and the Jet. Tonight, it'll be the Philadelphia 76ers going up against the Golden State Warriors at Oracle Arena. And for Golden State, they're looking to come out strong and make their mark early. They have to look at this game as a great opportunity to do just that. Well, for Golden State, they certainly didn't struggle before Steve Kerr became head coach, but since his arrival, he has this team executing one of the most beautiful offenses in the league.
It reminds me a little bit of the triangle. What I mean by that, there's constant motions and cuts in this defensive system. You know, it's much more than just a speed.
We have an interconference affair lined up for you today as the Philadelphia 76ers come in for this one. And get ready for another dose of NBA basketball on 2K Sports. This is Kevin Harlan with Clark Kellogg and Greg Anthony, and on the sideline tonight, Doris Burke. All right, let's set the floor courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go. So on the floor for Philadelphia, we've got Okafor. Noel is out there with Robert Covington. Then it's Hollis Thompson. And it's Roten in at the one spot.
And really, the Warriors had an amazing regular season last year. Just from a historical standpoint, it was one of the best ever.
Now, here's Roten after the miss from Klay Thompson. A shot by Thompson, and no one's around. Here's Okafor. Goes up with it again. And 3 chances on that possession, but they just couldn't find a way to score.
They're 1 of 4 here to start, looking to get into a flow offensively.
No one near Curry as he lets it go. That's in, coming off the assist from Thompson.
A good open look, and he splashes home the 3.
Roten with it, picked up by Thompson. And there's the call on Klay Thompson. That's his first foul. Picked by Okafor. It's Thompson off the drive. Here's Noel, deflected by Green.
The shots aren't dropping yet. They've missed 4 of their first 5 shots.
Wasted no time on that one. Thompson's got himself a... the board with 3 there.
Well, that's one way he can finish, but far from the only way he gets it done. He's got all kinds of tricks up his sleeve.
Out to Thompson, launches it. Offensive rebound. And that one's good. Noel's got his first points of the night.
If you battle for the offensive rebound and come up with it, you're guaranteed a high-quality shot on a follow.
Oh, my. How did he hit that shot?
I don't believe what I just saw right there.
And there's the call on Klay Thompson. That's foul number 2 for him.
And that's his second foul already, and that's going to force him to tone down his aggression defensively.
And the Warriors making a change here. Iguodala's checked in, and that one's good. Roten.
Great job of screening there. Nice job to take it to the rim and get the finish.
Oh, guys, what a nice surprise Tony Roten was last season, especially effective taking over at the point, Clark, with Michael Carter-Williams gone.
Yeah, Roten put up a career-high 5 assists per game and really worked hard at the defensive end as well. He's one of the few talents on the Sixers roster that hadn't been traded away.
Curry with another miss.
And sometimes he can hit that deep 3, but it's not a high percentage shot for him.
Yeah, even for him, that's out of his range.
That's good from Roten on the assist by Okafor. And it's 7 points for Roten.
And for Roten last season, he even took on more of a scorer's mentality. Went up in points, went down in field goal percentage. But like a boxer, he gets a little extra credit for pushing the action.
Here's Covington. The second effort. And that one's good. Roten's got 9.
You know, they've done a great job of getting into the middle of that defense and scoring in the paint.
And that's why they're on this run. You get that close to the hoop, and it's a lot easier to make shots.
Iguodala kicks to Bogut. Iguodala dishes to Bogut. Over in the corner, Barnes to halt the run. The rebound by Roten.
And, you know, talking about Roten, I think the next step in his development is to produce at the same level, but with greater efficiency. Too often, his highlight reel passes led to turnovers. He would gamble.
It's the 2K Sports pregame show.
With the Diesel and the Jet, this is Ernie Johnson. Welcome to the NBA on 2K Sports. Tonight, it'll be the Cleveland Cavaliers going up against the Minnesota Timberwolves at Target Center. Looking at Minnesota, they're looking to come out strong and make their mark early. They have to look at this game as a great opportunity to do just that. And you hear Kyrie Irving's name, and you think of a playmaking point guard. But he is as deadly a shooter, Kenny, as anyone in the league from time to time.
I mean, the guy won a three-point contest,
Yeah.
so no surprise there. You know, he's averaged, 2 to 3
Sports presents the NBA Monday Night Basketball. It's coming right up. I'm Kevin Harlan alongside Clark Kellogg and Greg Anthony. Welcome to Minnesota, the home court advantage for the Timberwolves here at the Target Center. So the Timberwolves win the tip. Here's the starting group for the Cleveland Cavaliers. Filling out the wings, it's Shumpert and LeBron. Down low, it's Love and Mozgov. And it's Irving at point. Minnesota with the ball. And it's Rubio penetrating. Here's Martin. Oh!
And guys, he saw his chance to earn a little camera time there and took it.
Rocking the rim with some major force.
Lazy defense there, though, fellas. Somebody's got to be willing to put their body on the line and try to impede his path there.
And that was Kia bringing you the close-up on the big-time play. And it's Kevin Love with the foul. That is his first foul of the game.
And guys, the first year for David Blatt, he was second-guessed at every turn. And that happens when you are picked to make the finals, but also when you coach LeBron James.
Timberwolves on defense. We'll go to Doris Burke, who moments ago spoke with head coach Flip Saunders. And Doris, what do you have to say?
Team rebounding is something he stressed to his side, and rightfully so when you face a player that gobbles up the glass like Kevin Love. He told me that Love rebounds at an unreal rate, and his side can't take any mental breaks when it comes to boxing out on the defensive end. Love's numbers validate that fear, guys.
Thanks again, Doris.
And you don't ever want to get into the habit of letting the offense get to the rim.
Yeah, I couldn't agree with you more. I mean, that's the message they were sending with that foul. Nothing easy inside.
Well, Andrew Wiggins showed that he's going to be a big-time player in this league, Clark, for a long time.
And we knew Wiggins could attack the basket and create his own shot, Kevin, but I think many, and I'm included in this, were surprised at how good his jumper looks this early in his career. I mean, it's pretty reliable right now.
Now, Martin, following the three-point attempt by Kyrie Irving. And that one's good. Wiggins. Cleveland's gone 0-3 from three-point land. Nothing yet going outside. Cleveland moving the ball around. The 19-foot shot. Rubio with the rebound.
And with Wiggins' game, he has a nice jumper for a player his age. As he grows in the league, he'll become more and more comfortable shooting from deep. He'll be nearly impossible to guard when he adds a consistent three-point shot.
Here's Irving after the basket by Minnesota. Pass to LeBron. Once again off the mark by Cleveland.
Yeah, slow start right now. 5 straight misses to get this one going.
And it goes out of bounds. Last touch, they say, by Martin. For Cleveland, they've gone 0 of 5 here to start the game. Rough start for them. Irving kicks to Love. Misses, and the dry spell continues.
And, you know, with Wiggins, it just isn't all about his ability to score. Showed a real knack for making the unselfish play, too. Understands how to work as a unit to create shots and gets to the right spot on the floor. His potential is unlimited.
Clark, they've been struggling here on offense.
Yeah, a little bit of cottonmouth here. Dry spell for sure.
James wide open. Good, and the assist goes to Irving. James has got his first 3 points of the game.
The rapid-fire threes coming from everywhere.
Yeah, I'm not sure of the quality of that three-point shot attempt right there, going at it the way they did, but it all worked out for him.
And that one's good, Shumpert.
And he can time his passes so perfectly. Wow, what an assist.
Timberwolves leading by 6. Rubio outside. And there's the pass to Towns. Shoots it up. And misses it off the right side of the rim.
The defense better not make a habit of giving him that shot. I mean, he doesn't miss many of them.
Irving passes to Love. That one's in. His first bucket of the game. He's 1 for 2.
Oh, that is just weak defense there. I'm pretty sure that was not the plan to give him those kind of baskets at the hoop.
And once again off the mark by Minnesota. Cleveland with a very strong year last year. They were a very solid team on the road, as most LeBron-led teams are.
Yeah, he's a special guy in terms of how he can elevate other players. Didn't start out hot on the road, but eventually got it together and ended up 22-19 away from home.
That free throw, no good.
And back to the Cavs and their road play. Teams with a lot of new players coming in can struggle early. It's especially evident when playing on the road.
Whole new look on the floor for Minnesota. And the Cavaliers will go with a different look here. Anderson Varejau's checked in for Mozgov. Thompson comes in for Kevin Love. Smith checked in for James. And it's Williams in for Irving. Smith left side. Lots of room. And he connects with the jumper. Smith's got his first 2 points.
Talk about being streaky on the road. That's what the Cavs were. I mean, could rattle off 4 wins on the road in a row, then come back empty from their next road trip. They did seem, though, to get stronger and more steady as the season went on.
Williams, that's good.
Assistant, J.R. Smith.
1:41 left in the first quarter. Pass to Levine. That's short. Off the rim. Cleveland with the ball. A 12-0 run right now and counting. Williams attacking. Got a hand on it. Jones kicks to Bielitsa. And J.R. Smith picks up the foul. That's his first foul. Jefferson's checked in for Shumpert. 1:21 left to play in the first quarter. To the inside. Bielitsa lays it up and banks it in.
I'll tell you what, the post play has been rock solid right off the bat.
It really has, and they've created a lot of high percentage shots in the paint here already.
Now here's Williams. Smith outside. Lets it go. Can't hit.
That was a good rebound right there, but they haven't been very strong on the glass so far.
Clark, a little disparity there in the rebound numbers, but some of that comes down to how the ball bounces. Let's see if it evens out.
A shot by Varejao, wide open. Once again off the mark by Cleveland. 2 for 1 opportunity here if they want it.
And no doubt, Kevin, if I'm them, I go for it.
Muhammad, no luck. Cleveland's gone 1 of 5 from downtown in the first quarter. Points out there have been hard to come by. It's tipped. 5-second differential between the shot clock and the game clock. Here's Pekovic. First shot, first basket. He's out of the blocks fast.
Yeah, it's just a smart shot, taking advantage of the mismatch.
Well, with a stroke like that and the height advantage as well, the mid-range J is almost a gimme.
Muhammad with it. He hasn't yet put up any points in this one. Back to Jones. Three-pointer, and Thompson sends it back. Here's Muhammad. And released it in time, but it's off the mark. And still. And LeBron James trying to his Cavaliers team to its first title. Teammate Kevin Love says LeBron made it clear from the start what he expected.
He sat us down maybe right before the first practice and kind of spoke about what he thought everyone should bring to the table. And we had to hold up our end of the bargain.
When someone like LeBron talks about what you need to bring to the table, you better bring it.
Yeah, I would think so. You'd be better served to go right along with what he's talking about. Dub the new big three along with Kyrie. I think if they just keep following LeBron's lead and advice, the sky's the limit.
And so far, it's been a closely contested game as we get the second quarter up and going. And let's quickly break down the game we're watching with the Timberwolves guys.
It's been a point of emphasis, no doubt, to make sure they attack the rim offensively.
I love the fact they're not settling for outside shots. Keep attacking that rack.
Jones is out there with Levine. Then there's Shabazz Muhammad. And there's Pekovic. And it's Jang in at the 4. So that's the lineup for Minnesota. You look at Gorgui Dieng and his development in the league out of Louisville. What a big jump for him last season.
And that's a great point. That first year, you could tell the game was a little too fast, and he was a bit overwhelmed, but started to get more and more minutes throughout the season and really blossomed with the extra opportunity. Wow, that's a really smooth finish.
That's why we and they always love seeing him at the end of those breaks. He makes it look fun and easy.
Back to Jones. And now Irving pushing it up. No one back to stop him. And it's good. Assisting on the play was Dellavedova.
That is such good work to make this a one-possession game. Terrific steal to get it all started.
And it's one thing to get the steal, but to so alertly turn it into a transition opportunity, even better.
Minnesota in the lead.
And Jang last season doubled his points per game, got enough rebounds where he could be a double-double player every night in the near future.
Here's Dellavedova, takes the assist and lays it in. Picked out the pass nicely.
Oh, and look at how well he led him in there. Really, he passed him open for that deuce.
Here's Dang. Pekovic trying to free himself up, and Dang gets it to go. And the Timberwolves lead by 1.
And Yang isn't a young player by any means, but he has learned how to fill a niche on a team quickly. Just offers good numbers and intangibles in a lot of places on the stat sheet.
So timeout called here, the first for Cleveland. And for Gorgui Dieng, an intelligent guy with strong physical attributes, gigantic arm span, but extremely raw skill-wise.
Yeah, his game still needs plenty of polish on both ends of the floor, but I really felt like he took a huge leap last season, and he has the intensity along with that work ethic to continue to grow.
And I think Doris Burke has something for us right now. Doris?
Yes, Kevin, during that last break, I heard David Blatt as he addressed his team. He told Kyrie Irving that he wants their offense to run through him. Coach stressed the importance of getting the ball in his hands as soon as possible at the start of their possessions. No question he's going to be the key guy for them offensively. Maybe making those early adjustments will give them time to judge their effectiveness by halftime. We'll soon find out, Kevin.
Thank you, Doris.
You know, on the topic of Zhang, he did improve in practically every category in year 2. Offensively, though, he still looked a bit mechanical. And on defense, he still went for too many head fakes, but you've got to like his upside.
Iman Shumpert's checked in for Matthew Dellavedova. Here's Shumpert. Shot from the inbound. He lays it in. Shumpert's got the lead up. 5-1 now for the Cavs.
That's the 10th straight point they've given up in the paint.
And, you know, it doesn't matter how good your defense is on the perimeter if you're going to allow easy ones inside like that.
And talking about Gorgui Dieng, he recorded 22 points and 21 rebounds in a game his rookie season. Amazingly, it was the first ever 2020 game by a Timberwolves rookie. The Wolves, of course, once home to Kevin Garnett and Kevin Love, so that's pretty good company. Moving it around, 8 of their last 10 coming off assists.
And, Greg, you know nothing makes a coach happier than selflessness on the basketball court.
And the lead goes right back. What a seesaw affair we've got going on.
This game's right there for the taking, but neither team can quite grab hold of it. Like a slippery bar of soap there. Somebody's got to take charge here.
Wiggins drives in, goes back up, and a rebound goes to the Cavaliers.
He just has not been able to get into that groove yet, guys, but as a whole, it hasn't affected them too much.
And last year's midseason trade had to feel good to Iman Shumpert. Toiling away in New York, injured, uninspired. Boy, did he find new life in Cleveland. Of course, playing next to LeBron can do that for you.
And for Shumpert last year, Clark, he added the defense and athleticism on the wing that Cleveland so desperately needed.
Yeah, he sure did, Kevin. And he also became a facilitator of all things. I mean, you wouldn't expect that from him, but he averaged over 3 assists a game, easily the best mark of his career.
Good point.
You know, he's had better starts, obviously, but he's shaking it off here in the second.
Minnesota leading by 3. Wiggins dishes to Rubio.
2 minutes remaining in the quarter.
Now it's Shumpert running. He can go all the way. Flushes it down to finish the break.
Yeah, how about the sharp steal and then run out? It looks like they're ready to put the hammer down.
Well, we've been waiting for one of these teams, Greg, to pull away. Maybe that'll be a springboard for us.
Could be. A dunk like that coming off a great defensive play has to build some momentum.
And a breakdown here, guys. The hustle stats for the Cavaliers.
Boy, they've really amped up the pressure at the defensive end, guys, and have piled up the steals in the early going.
And also, how about the fact defensively they're getting that backboard and getting out in transition, especially in this first half.
Martin wide open. He fires. The Timberwolves again can't hit.
He hit a 3 in the first, but so far has been unable to capitalize here in this quarter.
For Minnesota, they've gone 6 of 13 so far from the field here in the second. Marky talked about a back-and-forth game. This is the definition of that.
Yeah, no doubt about it, Kevin. I mean, not even through the first half, and it's been one heck of a battle.
You have to love these kinds of games, scoring-wise, keeping everybody on their toes. The right thing there to stay that tight on him and really try to keep him out of his comfort zone.
They get the rebound and the basket by Rubio.
Some defensive breakdowns are starting to show up now. Their last 4 buckets allowed have come from very close range.
Yeah, high percentage shots are what they are getting in terms of the attempts, and that's just not going to get it done. They've got to figure it out.
And that one's good. Now it's a 5-point Timberwolves lead.
And that assist got him a little nod from his teammate after that one.
And Tristan Thompson on the bucket with the assist by Williams.
And their shots are falling now with more regularity than we saw at first.
Well, it was a slow start, but they've gone from simmer to medium heat, and they're bordering on hot to close this gap.
But they recover it. And Rubio kicks to Towns. From deep. Rebound by Smith. In transition, here come the Cavaliers.
Talk about putting something extra on it. That dunk was way over the top.
Close game or not, Clark, you know, he's going to finish firm when he gets the space.
I'm startled that he would even try something like that at this stage of the game.
And the first half comes to a close. We've got a close game going on here. Minnesota on top. They're up by 1. And a chance now to send you over to Doris Burke, standing by on the...
Gentlemen, I'm over here with...
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
That a competitive first half of action. Ernie Johnson here welcoming. It was a closely contested first quarter for Minnesota. At the end of the period, they held a 3-point lead. That wraps it up for halftime as the game is just about to get going again in the third quarter. We will see you later.
The third quarter now beginning. Both sides looking to pull away in the last half of the game. One guy who's been getting it done is Kevin Martin.
Just in attack mode, he was able to get in the lane at will in that first half.
Yeah, it really was aggressive attacking basketball at its finest. I mean, really a lot of fun to watch.
Our second half of basketball and presented by Gatorade. Let's see who's all fueled up and on the floor to start the third. And so in the game for the Cavaliers, down low, it's Love and Mozgov. Filling out the wings, it's Shumpert and LeBron. And it's Irving at the one. Last season for the Timberwolves, it was a struggle most of the season. Young teams tend to do that, but they didn't have, unfortunately, Greg, much luck at home.
You know, they basically limped their way to a league-worst 9-32 record at home. Part of taking your lumps as a young team. Let's see how they respond this season.
You know, not everything was bad for the Wolves at home. I mean, they did have several highlight reel plays and also found their way to the foul line a lot. Biggest free throw differential at home in the league last season.
And really the problem for the Wolves at home is the same problem they had all season. I mean, their defense was atrocious. Worst field goal percentage against at home in the entire league last season.
This one for three. Good D by Rubio.
They've been strong on the boards. There's no disputing that.
That's what the box score says, but still anybody's game.
One year out from the big Kevin Love for Andrew Wiggins trade, and you have to think that the Wolves are pleased. Wiggins, Clark, has looked amazing.
Yeah, to get talent from a player who wants out is one thing. To get a player of Wiggins' caliber is a whole nother level, and that's a good get for the Wolves.
And he's good on the second.
And for the Love and Wiggins trade, we knew that it could take several years to properly evaluate, but Wiggins was just so good his rookie season. And sometimes he can hit that deep three, but it's not a high percentage shot for him.
Yeah, even for him, that's out of his range.
Garnett with a screen on Love. And it's Rubio penetrating. Mozgov with the block. Irving for three. And that one's good. Irving's got the lead up to three now for Cleveland.
And I think that is a key part. Wiggins was so much better than anyone expected as a rookie. People figured it would take him several years to develop, but he was the most NBA-ready player of the class, and I think that caught a lot of people off guard. No doubt he's struggling right now from the field. Let's see if he can get it going this quarter.
Martin the pass to Garnett. Shoots from 14 and he gets the jumper to drop.
If you're waiting for him to miss when he's that open, you're going to be in for a long wait. And Ricky Rubio, one of the...
They can't guard us on the perimeter. Spread the floor and isolate up top.
We started hearing about him in the U.S. back when he was 16. And even then, powerful teams in Europe were all vying for his services.
Looking at who's out there now for the Timberwolves. Nikola Pekovic is checked in for Towns. Muhammad comes in for Wiggins. Zach LaVine's checked in for Kevin Martin. And Jones subbed in for Ricky Rubio. Passes to Muhammad. Mozgov with the block. It's 3-on-3 on the fast break. He feeds it to Love. James outside. The shot. Minnesota with the rebound. And going back to Rubio, Clark, his natural instincts in every phase of the game, as Greg was just talking about, are really second to none. In 06, he led Spain to a championship, registering 3 triple-doubles and 1 quadruple-double. Wow.
And despite those gaudy numbers, you just never know with an international star if, in fact, his game will translate to the NBA. Rubio's game obviously has.
The Cavaliers leading by 5. Outside Jefferson. Back to Love. With the shot. They get it back. Mozgov. Cleveland moving the ball around. Off target from outside. The Timberwolves have gone 3 of 7 on field goal attempts here in the second half. Jones drives in. Off target with the free throw line, Jay.
Well, I tell you what, that's too good a look to pass up there. Even though it didn't go, that's one you got to take.
And out of bounds as the Timberwolves gain possession. And the Timberwolves making a change here. Zhang's checked in. Cleveland also making some changes. Tristan Thompson comes in for Mozgov. And J.R. Smith's subbed in for Kevin Love. Here's Dang, and a good offensive board. And he gets the bucket. Zhang's got his second basket.
Another bucket in the paint. That's something they just have not been able to stop today.
Yeah, the defense is all about disrupting timing and spacing, and what they've got going right now is not getting it.
Well, you go back last season, the Cavs had a very slow start to the year. Not surprising. They had a lot of new faces and people they're bringing together. Clark, it didn't look like the powerhouse they would end up being, as we saw.
Well, you know, they were kind of fumbling and bumbling around in the 5th and 6th spots in the East for the first half of the season. Made some changes, though, through trade, and that got them going, I think.
Jones, no one around him. And Begovic gets the whistle that time. That is his first foul of the game. The Cavaliers leading by 3. The dish to Dellavedova. That one wide left.
And those midseason trades for the Cavs really turned things around. Mozgov came in, J.R. Smith and Shumpert secured that 2 spot, gave this team an incredible edge defensively.
Here's LeBron, and it's good. Assisting on the play was Williams. 17 points for LeBron.
Boy, has he put his foot on the pedal here this quarter. He's doing a terrific job in terms of leading their offense.
And Matthew Dellavedova is going to pick up the foul. That's his first foul.
Yeah, and you know, they built the roster to how they play best midseason. I mean, it was a great job, I think, by the front office to get the players that fit best into the locker room and into the team style of play.
And the Cavaliers making a change here. Varejão's checked in. And guys, let's get your take on the scoring breakdown for the Cavaliers.
Well, it's been an outstanding game for them in the open court. Their fast break points really stand out.
Yeah, and also the way they've been able to generate points off of the turnovers that they forced tonight has also helped.
And the Timberwolves making a change here. Martin's checked in.
In last season, the Wolves had the hardest strength of schedule in the entire league. Might have worked out for them in the end, as come lottery time, those extra losses do tend to help.
Shot's good. Timberwolves trail by 3. Jones dishes to Martin. Kicks to Begovic. And fouled hard that time. He'll get to the line and shoot 2. It's going to go on Tristan Thompson.
And guys, for Nikola Pekovic, NBA scouts said he needed work on his shot coming in, yet he's money from mid-range at times, especially at the charity stripe. One of the best free throw shooting bigs we have in our league.
And back to Pekovic at the free throw line. Clark, he has consistently been around 75% for his career.
And Kevin, last season he got that number up to 84%. And he also gives you really good effort in the paint on both ends of the floor.
40 seconds left to play in the third. For the lead, and Thompson sends it back.
Not sure if they're aware of the 2-for-1 opportunity.
Well, they ought to be. I mean, that's basic basketball time management. You've got to be aware of your clock and your situation.
Uncovered. The elites and misses.
Yeah, and listen, sometimes even the best of us are going to miss the easiest of opportunities.
Rubio outside. It's taken away by Smith. Now Cleveland moving it up. Williams leading the charge. Nice shot by Smith.
Wow, beautiful feed from Mo Williams.
Rubio. The shot is off. And the game still close.
Okay, fans, put your hands together.
And thanks for joining us again as the fourth quarter of play is set to get rolling. It's been a close battle to this point. Timberwolves trail by 3. Rubio and Martin are their backcourt. Garnett out there with Andrew Wiggins. And it's Towns in at the 5 down low. So that's the lineup for Minnesota. So it's the Cavaliers now. On the wing, Irving. Covered by Rubio. And it's LeBron missing.
Not good shot selection. Long range and a defender all up in your jersey.
And, you know, that's just the kind of defensive work he's known for. I mean, he can take that shot away from you and does it more times than not.
Cavaliers making a switch here. Osgood's checked in. Here's Rubio. He kicks it to Towns, and he caught that pass in full stride on his way to the big slam. Boy, right down to the wire here, Clark. Still anyone's ball game.
Both teams really invested now. I mean, this is the type of game you love to win, and you'd hate to lose it.
Yeah, and after all the energy both sides have expended, both teams still hungry for the win.
And there's the call on Kyrie Irving. That'll be his second foul of the game. Here's Martin. Garnett outside. Back to Martin. Pulls up, high post, and again it's Minnesota converting. Fourth quarter still young, just over a minute play. They need a good offensive possession.
Yeah, they've had a number of empty ones, a long time without a basket.
I got to find something. You're right.
Well, he's building a house with those bricks. I mean, one reason is he keeps trying to force it up when he's defended well. Move the ball, share the sugar.
Lets it go from deep. That doesn't go either for Martin.
Boy, with an open look like that, he is so gifted. Man, you've got to play better defense. Eventually, he's going to make you pay.
Yeah, you can see he's still in rhythm, even though he misses that one. Almost always deadly when he's that open.
We're just over a minute and a half now into the fourth. And Love gets it to go.
And you could tell they had that play ready to go. Well done on the inbound. Well, LeBron James long considered the greatest player in the league. He's got some competition now, though. Kevin Durant, Anthony Davis, Steph Curry, James Harden, all playing well last year. But for my money, there's no better player in the league than King James.
The Timberwolves have gone 3 of 4 in field goal attempts since getting things started here in the fourth. Here's Irving. Good, and the assist goes to LeBron. LeBron's got 4 assists now tonight.
He hasn't really done much on the offensive end, but he's worked within the team concept to help them get the lead. He's done some other things other than scoring to help his team get the lead here.
Mozgov with the block. Out of bounds. Minnesota takes possession.
I tell you what, he clearly had a brain freeze on that one. You might just as well keep going straight to the bench.
The Timberwolves trail. An intentional foul committed, but for what purpose, Greg? I'm not sure.
A scene of confusion right there. I can't imagine why he thought it was a good idea to foul there.
Outside, Martin nails the wide-open jump shot. Martin's got 4 points in the quarter.
What a game. This league just keeps going back and forth.
Extremely competitive, partner, no question about it. Good stuff here.
And
they can't guard us on the perimeter. It's spread the floor.
And last season, really a tale of two halves for the Wolves. When Ricky Rubio returned from injury, they just looked so much more in sync as a team.
And now Doris Burke has an update from the sidelines.
Yes, Kevin, during that last break, I heard David Blatt as he addressed his team. He actually lit into them pretty heavily, saying, "We're being way too soft on the inside. I'd better start to see some toughness and more shots being challenged. No more easy baskets." guys.
And guys, this game won't be close for long if they keep giving up dunks like that.
No, it won't, Jay. You're right. A glaring error defensively and letting him get all the way to the basket that time.
But it's only 2 points. I mean, it was flashy, no doubt, but still, it only counts for 2. 2 is all.
Oh, that was a great angle we just saw, courtesy of Kia. Well, the Wolves improved just very slightly last year in terms of wins, Clark. The quality of play on the floor, though, was visible.
Yeah, and the team's point differential was a lot better with Rubio in the lineup. They did have some big wins over quality teams, and Rubio's impact was certainly noticeable.
They get that one, but guys, on the night, that's been the problem, securing the ball.
They've been out-hustled. At this point, hard to see them recovering from that.
On the wing, Wiggins. Mozgov with the block. Out of bounds, Timberwolves.
Not the way that you see me. Quando eu me vi só nesse lugar, eu pensei que preciso sair pra me libertar. Seja com quem for, a minha vida é cantar, nunca no mesmo lugar. Seja sozinho a dois, o resto eu vejo depois. Mas só em pensar que com a sua face, tudo que eu pedisse, só você que me desse. Aí pensando Deus se esse quatro falasse. Mas que pena, já era. Não deixo mais aquela tão bela e singela. E nem dá. Porque se eu ouço a voz dela é através de alô. Se passou pela favela é porque alguém me falou. Então já que me deixou por aqui, aprendi a viver um pouco sozinho. Mas o que eu posso fazer, fia, se eu gosto da boemia. Essa noite pra mim é dia, mas posso mudar. Mas como isso é questão de tempo, então isso nem tenho muito, nem curto. Fica de canto, eu prefiro suar. Quando eu me vi só nesse, pensei que preciso sair. Takes my eye, I lift my head, blinded by the sky. Feel my way in front, following the sound. It moves away so fast, fall down to the ground. I know there's more to come. Jump back to my feet. Now I only see ahead of me, chasing down the street. Dynamic duo. Dynamic
동전한 입조차 쉽고 일 없어. 잠 못 들던 그때보다 조금은 일었어. 우리는 바보처럼 몸으로 부딪히면서 배웠어. 넘어질 때마다 일었어. 다시 고쳤었지 이력서. 눈부신 성공의 신바람. 잠시나마 불어봤던 휘파람. 한 곡도 퇴근하기 전에 그림자처럼 날 따라온 비바람. 시기 질투 기대 압박을 못 이긴 몇 번의 실축. 자만 나태함 속에 던졌던 말로 홈런을 맞는 실투 다 끝. 난가 같았지만 우리 앞길을 막지 말라고 외치며 마음을 다잡곤 했었지. 진짜 한치 앞도 안 보이는 가시밭길에서도 절대 유턴 없이 잘 봐라 느리로 의지하면서 둘이 딱 붙어갔지. 비극 지금 기가 아프지만 지나고 보면 웃음 나오는 희극. 그래서 우린 지금을 참고 살아. 난 미쳤다 생각하면서 keep dreaming. 희망이란 끈 잡고 살아.
이 험한 현실에서 아직 붙잡아두고 싶은 꿈. 넘고 힘든 삶은 능선
것조차도 사치 버릇처럼 내가 나를 착취해 경추 쪽은 딱딱해지고 의식에 붙은 각질 모두 위맑은 땀 대신 날 적시는 건 찐땀이네 잠든 시간에도 문제들이 쌓여 눈 뜨자마자 결정해도 아직 익숙치 않은 타협 시간을 도마 위에 식재료 썰듯 안 하면 하루는 순서가 뒤섞인 음식처럼 망가져 지쳐도 경계하네 공허와 허무 불안감 속에서 상기하네 15년 전 빈 털터리의 여유 억울해도 납득돼 35년간의 필름이 어쩌면 수치 맞은 삶 건축된 우리의 이름이 길르니 어두워지지 않게 서로를 비판하고 세상을 보는 시선 삐딱하게 얼굴에 피어난 주름은 당연해 마치 아파친 너 페이스 평가는 다 끝난 다음에 해긴 인생의 레이스 이 험한 현실에서 아직 붙잡아두고 싶은 꿈 높고 힘든 삶의 능선에서 때론 포기하고 싶은 꿈 너와 천천히 오래 걷고 싶어 until the end of time 지금 난 간절히 원해 한 조각의 peace of mind 조금 때 같아 곧 내 같아 곧 다니는 건 달라지고 빨라졌지만 결국 가는 데 같아 질리게 겪어도 사랑 때문에 애 같아 이럴 때 보면 나도 아직 애 같아 살기보단 생존하기 바쁜 정수리는 넓어지고 평소가 작아지는 마음 속에 피어나줬으면 해 한 송이의 평화 진흙탕 속의 연화 이 험한 현실에서 아직 붙잡아두고 싶은 꿈 높고 힘든 삶의 능선에서 때론 포기하고 싶은 꿈 너와 천천히 오래 걷고 싶어 until the end of time 지금 난 간절히 원해 한 조각의 piece of mind I gotta hold down the city.
Gotta let you know where I come from.
I gotta hold down the city.
Gotta let you know.
I gotta hold down the city.
Gotta let you know where I come from.
Did all my laps in the gym, the sweat ran off my skin. They thought I ran out of breath, but I was just catching my wind. That only happens to them. I gotta capture my win. I practice 31 days a month and I practice again. Was born equipped with sportsmanship, so I just laugh and I grin. Victory is my objective, I don't have to pretend. Spread my wings like an eagle and let them flap in the wind. No guts, no glory, no pain, no gain. These are actions of men. My teammate is a warrior, got my back to the end. My offense is God sent. You gon' have to defend. My crossover is vicious, I got more swagger than him. Hit the bottom of the net or the back of the rim. Your style is a flagrant foul. Your score, I'ma take it down. All of your trash talking was pointless. Say it now, you slacking in goaltending. My actions are bone chilling. Got the home court advantage. I'm back on the road winning.
I gotta hold down the city.
Gotta let you know where I come from.
I gotta hold down the city.
Gotta let you know.
I gotta hold down the city.
Gotta let you know where I come from.
I gotta hold a city down anyhow. They gon' have to really bow. Totally dominate the game in front of any crowd. I keep it 100 while you only keep it 50 thou. I can conquer any style, victory is in me now. My time is now, who said it was later? It comes natural, I got a competitive nature. Look at them guys when I'm coming, they be hot and I'm hunting. Luckily they been ducking me, you see lots of them running. Challenges, I embarrass them, they a dime in a dozen. Full of fire just like a dragon straight out of the dungeon. I'm just rising above it, you just lied to the public. I serve a purpose, you nervous with butterflies in your stomach. Don't try to intimidate me, you couldn't scare me with lip. I'm spontaneous, smart, dangerous, fancy and quick. My trainer told me to work, he ain't prepared me to quit. I'm the only captain who's sailing this championship.
I gotta hold down the city.
Gotta let you know where I come from.
I gotta hold down the city.
Gotta let you know.
I gotta hold down the city.
Gotta let you know where I come from.
What I say to you, so I code my station, cause they really passed the statute of limitations. The streets still holler about how strong I am. I heard still holler about how wrong I am. As a little had me amazed how my steady hand kept it afloat. Let it sit, cool it hard, and hit the set, cool it heartless in front of the store projects. Long as I made a profit, I see you eyeing me. Your fire escape diary, filled with pages of episodes of shy me. No, believe on my hammer for hire. So close that your coat will catch fire.
Get it all in perspective. For all y'all enjoyment, a song y'all can step with. Y'all appointed me to bring rap justice, but I ain't 5-0, y'all know it's Nas, yo. Then a whole lot of only describe us as soldier survivors. Still laced in the best, well dressed with finesse in the white tee, looking for wifey. Thug girl who fly and talk so nicely. Put her in the coupe so she can feel the nice breeze. We can drive through the city, no doubt, but don't say my car. Say the is out. Newness, here's the anthem. Put your hand up that you with, count your loot with. Push the pool stick in your new crib, same hand that you hoop with. Swing around like you stupid. King of the town, yeah, I've been that. You know I click clack, where you and your men's at? Through the Smurf, through the white baseball bat. Rooftop like we bringing 88. I made you look. You a slave to a page in my rhyme book. Getting big money, playboy, your time's up. With them gangsters, with them. I made you look. You a slave to a page in my rhyme book. Getting big money, playboy, your time's up. Where them gangsters at? With them. This ain't rapping, this is street hop. Now get up off your like your seat's hot. My life lit up. Trunk of the car, we got the street. Don't start none, won't be none. No reason for your mans to panic. You don't wanna see no ambulances. Not drink down in this cup. That's the way you get Timberland up. Let the music diffuse all attention. Baller convention, free admission. Can move swift. All my just coming homies. Get money, leave the beef alone slowly. Get out my face, you people so phony. Pull out my waist and I made you look. You a slave to a page in my rhyme book. Getting big money, playboy, your time's up. With them gangsters, with them. Made you look. You a slave to a page in my rhyme book. Getting big money, playboy, your time's up. Where them gangsters at? Where them at? Running, yo, my mood is real rude. Show you what to do. Don't box my obliges. Every invitation to fight you. Like Pun said, you ain't even in me class. Made batch, bins, backseat, TV, plasma. Ladies looking for athletes or rappers. Whatever you choose, whatever you do, make sure he a thug and intelligent too. Like a real thoroughbred is. Show me love, make me feel. Females who's the is always. And I like a little sassiness, a lot of class. Mommy reaching your bag, past the. I'm a leader at last. This is on you with my spit, lose consciousness.
Vic, I'm serious. My dear, I know how important this game is. I'm just trying to make moves, yo. Don't take it all the way. He's reading this, alright? Business.
Come on, show them no mercy. We got this title. Come on.
We got this, my boy. We got this. Hey, we take it state, man. We take it state. Hey, take it state, though.
Vic, come on.
We be on a life or death mission. You pay like tuition or caged up in prison. One time for your mind, two ghetto politicians. positions. 3-4 my is locked down in the system. Man, listen, we be on a license mission. You pay like tuition or caged up in prison. One time for your mind, two ghetto politicians. 3-4 my is locked down in the system. They said New York fell off. Who bring the New York back? I'm like, where we went? What part of the game is that? We ain't had a long time. Punches we waiting in the streets. Paper chase the team testing our patience. Now stop the pressures. Listen up, this is not a lecture. More like a message with a flow that's as hot as peppers. Pop the only way you can stop this villain. I'm sick with it, cook with a moxicillin. I've been the illest since ill kid, Operation Rat. Though I never contemplated that. Then that's a rap. Turn your pages to 03. Check the NYGs. Benches my code D. No INC, homie. Picture me solo. See what happened to Tony. What he did to Manolo. They go that New York Giant. Back on the again. See what Wolverines and me wasn't from Michigan. They don't listening. They hear the miracle. Street rap. The house one. The West find us in Tennessee. Looking for bucks and if they still Tennessee. Trying to get on
MC is the Bronx teacher. Flows long around hooks so the words reach you. Joe Jackson on your mic, beat you. Now beat it before I pull his Tito. In your ego, it's front page news reading. My style is the barker over beats like Travis, I bark 'em. Spark 'em, overwritten flows like overflowing toilet bowls. The game is a mess. Beef ain't really over with. The only way for me to get over it is to aim at your chest. Rock with a DJ who sets the tone. Plugs in 2 12s and a microphone. And I don't stop rocking the beats and keep rocking. As long as the streets are heat, they keep popping. Come on with it. Me and you, it on, throw it. Salute to hip-hop, MCs and DJs, culture strong as ever, Bumpy Knuckles, DJ Premier, salute, salute.
Can't stop it.
Take it to the basket.
Still in bed.
Yeah. 94. As the preacher takes the pulpit, fix your coat, prepare for 40 below spit. 7 days of heaven's ways and hang-ups. Chris and Ryan again, and we wishing anybody who wasn't wishing us well bankrupt. A L and whatever else ain't up. As far as me, I'm still calling them out. Still calling them out. It's been the most good, it's hard to believe I can fit all of them boys in one. And the streets start trembling. There's way too many nights, it seems. Too many witnesses. Up and down with their visions of what a street is. I call it the seesaw syndrome. Syndrome, maybe you make a mistake, you lose. And this is for the real hip-hop. So it never, ever, ever ask me am I here to replace a guru. Word, that's how you feel up on this track. Little try on that. What you try to rap for? Yeah, you're right. We just lamping in the studio, you know, doing our thing. Bugging out, you know. Right. Little test run. So, I need you to speak with your hands. On the count of 3. Me and Cream, both names go together. Line them up, flying like they're ill. Word. I think it's time to move on to the next one.
freak.
Just a different day. Out here trying to get it.
Like the sun.
Each and every way. Mama need a house. Baby need some shoes. Times are getting hard. Guess what I'ma do? Hustle. Hard.
What are you doing?
Hard.
What do you think I'm doing?
Like I said, what are you doing? Anyways, where's Freak?
CC, you know your brother. He loves to make a grand in. He gets it from your mother. He's always showing.
See, then I cop it. Give me that there and that dropping, homie. Hold up with my mojo. Peep the whip in that logo. 24s and they low pro. I know so. Ain't no doubt about it. Riding round. Loaded up and I hear them 808s and they knocking. Whole club and they rocking. In them buckets, all my homies up in here vibing. To my household. Real I die for. Creeping off in that Tahoe. All about that
Next year, I will be attending the University of Louisville. Where I will be playing basketball next year. This was the toughest decision of my young life, and I feel relieved that I can go to a school to develop as a student athlete on and off the court. The ability to learn.
Frequency vibration. Where you know that little dance he does? He came out doing that. Oh my god. Yeah. He was running from the time he was 9 months old.
You just swipe the card, I'm with a couple Latin. I just do you other guys telling lies, homie, free money. AG, you pay me, swagging in my saline. Two-door coupe Mercedes, I am too much for you busters. I don't trust them. They won't play me for no sucker, play me for no paper. Make my thumper. Alpha Zeta Omega, better know I'm really on it. Driving better on it. Money is involved. Better know I'm on it, and that's burden to my mother. Gotta get one way or another. I put that on my brother. I'm out here on the come up, but it's same old. Just a different day. I could try to get it each and every way. Mama need a house. Baby need some shoes. Times are getting hard. Guess what I'ma do? Hustle. Hard. Hard. Closed mouths don't get fed on this boulevard.
Ricky Ross, T-Pain. Got a fresh line up, yeah, fresh outfit. But I had a parking lot on smash. Plus I got a 7 with a 454 in the hood. Got 125 on the dash.
I'm the biggest boss that you see thus far. I'm the biggest boss that you see thus far.
need to calm down. We're taking too many shots early in the clock. Let's get some ball movement and run something on the offensive end. It's simple. Throw it down inside or run some pick and roll up top.
Still I feel my job ain't done.
super. Future. I come looking for you with Haitians. I stay from good Jamaican. From different races. You get money, they started hating. I woke up in a new
kitchen, hot on the stove, water getting boiled. Being so sweet in the cookie. System of the law. Been running this rap game since I was 20 years old. I hung with the roaster. Lost to my bosom. Close enough, toss 'em up. Harder work, gross 'em up. Pardon me, I'm boss enough. Pray shit up.
Nice clean game, huh? Take a break. 2 shots.